SpaceX is commemorating yet another achievement for their powerful and reusable Falcon 9 rocket, which has completed its 48th flight of the year 2022 and is currently the most used spaceship. Want to know more about the record-breaking 48th launch of SpaceX Falcon? Let's get started. Another 54 satellites were launched into orbit by SpaceX's Falcon 9 as part of its Starlink endeavor, providing the payload required for the service to grow. Except for a drop in 2019, SpaceX has been steadily increasing its launch frequency each year. With 31 launches in 2021, a record for the business, SpaceX has become by far the most prolific American launch provider. Stay tuned with us, we have a lot more to tell you. SpaceX's aim to fly 52 missions in 2022, commencing with the first day of the year, seems to have taken a very huge turn. This figure was made public by a NASA Safety Advisory Council in January, along with a warning that SpaceX should prioritize safety despite the faster frequency in which it has been coming up with projects. In 2022, NASA and SpaceX will need to be careful to avoid becoming victims of their success, according to Sandy Magnus, a former astronaut and current member of NASA's Aerospace Safety Advisory Panel. Even though it's only October, there are still more than 2 months to add to the Falcon 9's record that Elon Musk revealed to the public. The SpaceX CEO thanked the team for their latest successful mission with Falcon 9, particularly with the 48th mission that it flew for Starlink. As he was now enjoying himself, with the company's renowned rocket at the forefront, the spacecraft set a new record for the most launches for a single vehicle type in a year. A short fall of gravitas drone ship hosted the return of Falcon 9 to the surface, which was completed earlier without any issues. Even if a small number of SpaceX's launches have only been for Starlink satellite missions, this still shows how dependable the rocket is at carrying out missions with its existing designs. Given that 2022 still has 2 months to go and more missions are imminent, it's still early to give up hopes of breaking the record. SpaceX's Falcon 9 successfully places 54 Starlink satellites in orbit after delivering them there. Starlink has since deployed these satellites to join its constellation group and provide global internet service. The missions of Starlink and SpaceX, which have more to provide in the future for both their satellite internet service and their cargo deliveries to space, are still ongoing. One of the most dependable spacecraft in the world, the Falcon 9 set a new milestone in September when it completed its 14th straight flight, completing a number of flights with a single rocket unit. It only demonstrates how Falcon 9's features and capabilities demonstrate its capacity to manage contemporary missions for its endeavors and global partners. The Falcon 9 has a lot of features and has demonstrated time and time again how well it can handle a variety of missions for the corporation. So it looks like SpaceX has every right to brag about it. Saudi Arabia's space mission, which will send astronauts to the ISS, has already contracted SpaceX for its upcoming project. The astronauts will board Falcon 9 for their upcoming flight. Other international partners for Falcon 9's upcoming missions in November include the United Arab Emirates for its moon rover, Japan for its lunar lander, and other nations. The most recent SpaceX achievement only serves to demonstrate how versatile its rocket is, with a single design and development that has already revolutionized the industry. SpaceX demonstrated its capacity to produce what they and its clients need for the venture, as well as its dependability and consistency in handling several flights. But so far, SpaceX has performed flawlessly on all its missions this year, keeping to its schedule. As a matter of fact, SpaceX had wanted to launch the latest mission last Thursday, but the countdown was aborted just a minute before liftoff, forcing SpaceX to halt the countdown. It was a rare abort for SpaceX, as they've never had a halt to countdown because of a problem in many months. The fact that SpaceX is acting as its own client in the bulk of its missions this year is a significant contributing reason to the company's hectic launch schedule. The corporation is utilizing these launches to expand its enormous Starlink constellation, which provides internet access from space by launching batches of up to 53 satellites at a time, though the numbers vary from launch to launch. 46 more Starlink satellites were launched recently from California's Vandenberg Space Force Base. Currently, the corporation has about 2,600 Starlink satellites orbiting the Earth. SpaceX has plenty of other projects to keep the firm busy, even without the Starlink launch. SpaceX routinely launches the Dragon spacecraft to the International Space Station, bringing supplies and crew members thanks to its collaboration with NASA. The business also conducts transporter missions, in which a number of tiny satellites are bundled together and launched simultaneously. A full manifest results from all of it, in addition to SpaceX's commercial clients and launches for the Defense Department. As the business improves its rocket landing and reuse techniques, almost all of SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets that have launched this year have been previously flown vehicles. Additionally, only the reusability-optimized Block 5 Falcon 9 is being used by SpaceX for flight. The 125th Falcon 9 rocket launched by SpaceX successfully landed after liftoff on one of the company's drone ships. Given how challenging it is to successfully launch a rocket just once, SpaceX's Starlink missions, just the latest of dozens completed since May 2019, have become remarkably routine. This is a testament to the company's unrelenting pursuit of perfection. After 62 dedicated Starlink launches, the Falcon 9 has successfully placed every single Starlink satellite, almost 3,400 spacecraft, into the correct orbit with only 2 boosters lost. Nevertheless, despite the missions becoming regular, SpaceX has been working non-stop to improve the performance and cadence of each component of its operations and rockets. Only a resounding success can be used to describe the outcomes. An average of 17 Falcon rockets were launched each year by SpaceX in 2018 and 2019. The cadence SpaceX plans to reach in 2022 dwarfs that advancement. The business has completed 43 Falcon 9 launches in less than 9 months, just 6 months into the year. By the end of July, SpaceX has surpassed its previously yearly record of 31 launches. SpaceX might reasonably perform 58 Falcon launches in 2022 if it can keep up the average pace it has over the past 12 months. It could handle 60-plus launches this year if it keeps up the even more amazing pace it demonstrated in Q3. More launches in a calendar year have only ever been successfully performed by one other rocket family in history, the Soviet R-7. Of course, SpaceX has no intention of adopting the potentially world record launch frequency it has attained as the new normal. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, announced that the company aims to launch up to 100 rockets in 2023, just 2/3 of the way through 2022. While the number initially looks improbable, as previously reported on Teslarati, it was still within the realm of possibility considering SpaceX's already well-established capabilities. Just a few weeks later, thanks to the record SpaceX set with Starlink 435, Musk's goal of 100 launches went from being improbable to a possibility in the coming months. Starlink launched the latest mission from the very same launch pad from where they launched the last mission, named LC-40. This is considered to be a record-breaking attempt to get back into action after a previously completed launch. The new record means that one of SpaceX's 3 launch pads, LC-40, which is currently the company's workhorse pad, which means that it will now be able to theoretically accommodate up to 60 Falcon 9 launches annually. The unique ability to sustainably function at or near its record turnaround time for an entire year is something that could turn out to be a huge disaster if they're not as well tested as they are for SpaceX. But at the very least, the new record provides SpaceX with additional margins that it may employ to sustainably expand the LC-40's annual launch. LC-40 has had an average launch time of 12.7 days just in 2022. It's anticipated that each launch will take on average 10.3 days in Q3, which will make the launches even faster consecutively, further enabling the company to meet the minimum number they intend to achieve. Most crucially, there is proof that SpaceX's Starlink 435 achievement wasn't just a heroic one. SpaceX had also planned on launching the Starlink 436 from LC-40 as early as 6:36 p.m. EDT on Friday, September 30th, a turnaround slightly quicker than the new record. That is what makes the race even harder for others in the competition. This is confirmed by Next Spaceflight, Ben Cooper, and airspace restriction filings on records. Starlink 436 could be followed by EchoStar's Galaxy 3334 mission, another Falcon 9 launch from LC-40, as early as October 5th. However, that mission is more likely to be delayed by 1 or 2 days. Storm Hurricane Ian poses a significant potential of causing unfavorable weather conditions that will require SpaceX to postpone the launch, but for now, there's still a chance. Did you like this video? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any updates from our channel. Thanks for watching.